mind when they see how I'm winning. Went back and doubled up, now you in trouble. My all hustle, my diamonds are huddled up. TGOD got this off the muscle. Ask me about my life, man, I love it, I love it. Got so many rings, I need room for another one. Been through the pain.
Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of, sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Today, our Thanksgiving coverage continues with a good one here between the Baltimore Ravens and the Dallas Cowboys. It's a tradition that began in 1966, and off we go on a Thanksgiving afternoon in Dallas. Oh, good return up past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's the local Texas product, J.K. Dobbins. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. They'll send the tight end in motion left. They run the option here on 1st and 10. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. And a solid job using his legs. 16 yards and a first down on the keeper. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ballgame. And all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Now Jackson taps his forward jet sweep. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. With these Thursday night games, sometimes you get those quick turnarounds. You wonder how a team is going to start. They started really well.
Everyone's always wondering, going into a Thursday night game, who has their legs, who has the overall health of a team. But mentally, if you get that early edge, the other team might think to itself, it's been a short week, we're not really ready to go. You might run them into the ground that way. That's why getting that early score means a lot.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And oh, right away, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. Defense forces the fumble they get. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Well, Charles, this Thanksgiving tradition, so great. I mean, going back essentially through the full century of the NFL, I know you probably have a lot of fond memories of Thanksgiving Day football yourself.
I certainly do, and I don't have the Turkey Bowl tradition. You know, the families that go out and play and then come in and sit down to their feast and watch football. But I remember reading remember the Lions jumping on the Packers on Thanksgiving Day. The only loss the Packers had in 1962, and they sacked Bart Starr over 10 times in that game. And I remember Dave Williams from the Bears returning the overtime kickoff for a touchdown to win a game on Thanksgiving Day. I remember so many different things happening, but how much fun is it each and every year to know that you've got football on Thanksgiving Day?
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They go play action with Jackson.
He'll swing this out to Dobbins.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago, there's another one right there.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Montez Sweat, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 31-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
His tremendous season passing the football, it continues, Charles. That last throw puts him over 4,000 yards now on the year.
And he's still got the rest of November and all of December still to play. So to me, 5,000 yards, very much in play.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
13. Yeah.
And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Jackson to throw. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try to hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time they were up to the challenge.
So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. This a 43-yard attempt. And Tucker, the former Longhorn, puts this one through. So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now they'll switch it up here. Look to throw. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. And you and I, partner, we got the plum assignment this week. An unbeaten team against a one-loss team. Really not much separating these two entering play here today.
Not much at all. And I think for both coaches, they've looked at their team and said, guys, you got to know what you're getting into in this one, and you better be ready to go because you get to answer the big question of the day. Are we as good as we think we are? We're about to find out.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. Play action. Now Jackson. And he will go down. A Cowboy sack. Montez Sweat. Now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play.
Hey, middle.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Play action. It's Jackson. And he's got his big tight end here. A good pickup there. 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
And the Cowboys here on 3rd down bringing in an extra defensive back. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
So far this season, this is an offense that's proved its ability to move the football. I mean, they're in the top 5 in the NFL in picking up 1st downs, and they get the conversion here. And I think a lot of that is due to how they win on 1st and 2nd down, because that leaves them 3rd and short, 3rd and manageable. A lot easier to pick them up then, isn't it?
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now it's Jackson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
You know, thinking of this Thanksgiving Day game, Charles, for years we've heard the talk, why don't we open up these Thanksgiving Day games instead of just being Detroit and Dallas every year, give other teams a shot to host? I know you're kind of like me, a bit of a traditionalist, but what do you have to say to that, CD?
I think it's a great argument, and the league could support it quite well, where you could move games to different spots and still be very successful on Thanksgiving Day. But you're exactly right. I am a traditionalist. I really don't want Detroit and Dallas to give up those slots. I like the fact that we watch them each and every year. But what I really like is that the league added a 3rd game in 2006. And usually it's division rivals, but that's the 3rd one of the day, and it caps off a great day of football.
Two minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. And the tight end goes in motion left. They go play action now. Jackson. Yeah, that one going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And he is such a tough quarterback to defend because you got to remember, arguably, he's more dangerous outside the pocket than he is in it. But how about the job they did defensively to stay with the receiver and knock the ball away? I think they had a sigh of relief there because oftentimes when he gets outside the pocket, big plays result downfield.
A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game their toughest test yet?
I absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game because they've been able to take advantage of the schedule. But here, this is another team leading its division with an eye on making a Super Bowl run, so this game is crucial.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
Take it in at the 22. That's a 49-yard punt, 8 though on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down. Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Jackson. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is. His ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring their attention to him as well.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. The throw right sideline here is complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jackson. And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Cowboys are going to get the football here at their own 23. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the Cowboys that they needed to get them back into this game.
52 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Passing game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he's going to be met at about the 43. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. There's Chris Olave. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 20-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest at first.
And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. And, partner, I know hindsight's always 20/20, but, man, just in general, those laterals, they can be so risky, and we see the risk that can be involved right there.
And you just have to know, and we've seen it because we've been in a lot of practices. It's not something that's practiced very often. You know, in that situation, you don't see guys really working on it. Maybe like we're bringing the rugby guys in to help us with tackling, maybe we ask them to help us with the laterals as well and make that a better play.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left.
13. Yeah.
On 3rd down, Jackson. He gets this underneath to Dobbins. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Jackson going to keep it running right. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
A little do-it-yourself run right there, and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
From the 44, Jackson. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 37. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This from 54 yards away. And Tucker, the former Longhorn, puts this one through. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. And Tucker, the former Longhorn, puts this one through. So we've hit halftime on Turkey Day here in Dallas. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. And this one is incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. It's taken to the 26. A very good return that time. 18 yards.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Jackson. Completes it to Austin. And he's tackled at the 38, but they doubled their yardage. The play started at the 19, and they gained 19.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
2 yards on the pickup there, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. Jackson now. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll bring up 4th down. So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. From the left hash, it's an even 15-yard attempt. And Tucker, the former Longhorn, puts this one through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They're down a couple of scores, 16-0, as they start things out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Going for the deep ball. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Dallas, Texas is the spot, 3rd quarter inside AT&T Stadium. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A quick throw out wide to Mooney. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it's 2nd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys that we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Now a throw here, hauled in. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Hands it off out of the gun. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
If these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Here's Brian Anger now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5, and out will come the offense as they take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a first down to boot. Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Kelvin Joseph that time in on the tackle.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
We're on to the 4th here on Thanksgiving Day. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. This offense on 3rd down today, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. A give, Dobbins trying the right side. And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll go out of bounds after. Further down inside the 40.
So the 4th down conversion has him inside the 40 now, 1st and 10.
They'll send the tight end in motion.
Dobbins running out of the gun.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing is Jackson.
That's caught. He gets it out to Austin.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it's 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
7 yards left for 2nd down. Ball at the 10.
Hey, little.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down. Throw left side complete. That's Andrews. Touchdown. Mark Andrews. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. Tucker with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 23. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And after all those wins that they've reeled off, it seems that they finally have met their match in a big fourth quarter hole. But still, what a run it's been. It feels like they have not lost in forever.
The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
Let's go now.
2nd and 13. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. Pretty nice gain on the scramble. Gets him 12 yards.
I like how he hung in there and went through his progressions, but eventually his internal clock went off and told him it was time to make a run for it. And he ends up sliding down with a solid gain.
And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. 74 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy first down.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Here's a give up the middle. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'm guaranteeing he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Man open. That's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 32-yard line. And now here's a carry heading left. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. A great play there. 27 yards. And the Cowboys are finally on the board here in the fourth quarter. The Cowboys offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2. They'll try and run it here.
I I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of two-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.